Hey, what's up guys, it's me again, coming back to you with another video. Now, some of you may recall that I've already made several best custom settings videos for the Sony XM3 earbuds, but recently, the Sony Headphones Connect app got an update to version 7.0.1, and that update brought with it a brand new app interface, and it's even added some new features to ambient sound control. And since it's quite likely that some of you may have just bought the XM3 earbuds and are now seeing this app for the very first time, this new best custom settings video is gonna be a lot more relevant to you than all the previous ones that I did before. So right now, we're gonna deep dive into this revamped Sony Headphones Connect app and talk about all of its new features. Alright, first, I'll need you to wear your earbuds, connect them to your phone, and call up the Sony Headphones Connect app. I'm gonna call up the app over here. So this is the revamped Sony Headphones Connect app, which in my opinion looks very clean, very neat compared to before, because before you had all of these settings squeezed into a single list. So whenever you want to get to any one of these settings, you'll have to scroll through the list. It wasn't very neat, it wasn't very functional, but now you have all of these settings separated very neatly into tabs. You've got a tab for status settings, a tab for sound settings, and a tab for system settings. Let's go back to the first tab. Now, the top bar shows the status of your earbuds. It shows the audio codec that your earbuds are using, and it shows the battery status of your earbuds. In this case, my earbuds is obviously running the AAC audio codec, and in both earbuds I've got 100% battery and 70% battery in my case. On the bottom half of your screen, you'll see the status tab. Now, this tab gives you options for adaptive sound control, and it also shows you what music you're playing right now and gives you some very basic controls over your music and volume. But we're going to focus on adaptive sound control because most of the features that were added through update 7.0.1 has got to do with adaptive sound control. Here you'll see a very simple explanation about what adaptive sound control is supposed to do. The app detects your actions and locations you frequent and automatically switches headphone settings, such as how to take in the ambient sound. The notification sound emitted when switching can be muted by turning notification and voice guide off. So in very simple terms, the app will change the level of ambient sound you hear depending on number 1, your actions, and number 2, your location. First, actions, and to show you how this works, I'm going to need you to activate adaptive sound control, turn it on. Then I'm going to need you to switch on detection of actions, then hit the settings key. Now, you have 4 different tabs for 4 different actions. One for running, one for public transport, this one is for walking, and this one is for staying in one spot. As you can probably tell, the app is able to detect whether you're moving or not, and if you're moving, how fast. They do this by using your phone's GPS. So in this menu, you can set things up so that when you stay in one spot, the earbuds will give you full noise cancellation. But the moment you start walking, the app will detect that you've begun to walk and give you a certain level of transparency mode. So in this case, the app is by default setting this to ambient sound level 12. This is pretty sufficient for regular traffic noise, vehicles with combustion engines. But if you live in an area where people typically ride bicycles, e-scooters, or electric vehicles like electric cars, then I would suggest pumping the ambient sound level to level 20 because these vehicles are very quiet and level 12 is not really enough for you to be able to hear these vehicles on the road. And if you live in a densely populated area like Singapore, New York, or Hong Kong, then you might want to activate focus on voice too, because this focuses the earbuds ambient sound pass-through to passing through voice while cancelling some of that background noise. This is so that whenever you're walking on a busy street and if someone's running past you from behind, maybe an evening jogger or someone chasing a thief, who knows, but the idea is that you'd be able to hear them if they say things to you like, "Get out of my way," or "Please excuse me." And you can repeat this very same line of thinking for running too, but for public transport, I really suggest full noise cancellation. Unless you're like me and you tend to miss your stop, in that case, ambient sound level 5, and put on focus on the voice for good measure, because you're going to want to hear that train announcement. Go back to staying and scroll downwards, time until the setting switches to stopped. By default, it switched to long, so say you're walking and you stop moving, it does not switch back into full noise cancellation immediately. But I prefer for it to immediately switch into full noise cancellation, which is why I'm setting this to short. Let's tap done to save. So that was action-based adaptive sound control. Now let's talk about location-based adaptive sound control. This is a new feature that was introduced through 7.0.1. It lets you set a specific ambient sound level based on location instead of your actions. There are two ways you can do this. You can let the app learn the locations that you frequent, and they do this using Google Maps API and your phone's GPS, so it's rather accurate. And populate a list of registered learned locations so that you can set a specific ambient sound level at these locations. Or if you don't want that, you want to do it in a more straightforward way, you can simply register these locations yourself by tapping on this register from map button. By tapping on this button, you'll be able to set very specific locations on this map that will pop up within the app. And you'll also be able to set specific levels of ambient sound to these locations. Due to privacy concerns, I'm not going to tap on this button because this map will simply show my exact location. So let's move on to sound settings. Here you see ambient sound control, equalizer, 360 reality audio setup, sound quality mode, and DSEE HX. Now, first, ambient sound control. This is basically Sony's term for active noise cancellation. So if you switch off ambient sound control, you switch off active noise cancellation. If you switch it on, active noise cancellation is switched on. And this dial here is very similar to the dial that we saw in the adaptive sound control page. Of course, you can use this dial to set how much ambient sound pass-through you want and how much noise cancellation you want to, and also to activate focus on voice so that the earbuds focus on passing through the human voice while rejecting outside noise. Let's move on to the equalizer. Okay, wait, let me set this to full noise cancelling first. Okay, equalizer. This is where you get to decide how you want your earbuds to sound. So if you're not satisfied with the sound quality of your earbuds, you can basically choose between various presets. And Sony is actually quite generous with the number of presets here. So there are many to choose from, or you can customize your own preset. Tap on the settings key to access the 5-band graphic equalizer. There's also a clear bass dial for setting how much bass you want. Now, I'm not going to go into so much detail here because I've actually made a video that can show you what my best EQ settings are for the Sony XM3 earbuds. If you want to watch that video, please click on this link over here. But for now, let's leave this at default settings and move on to 360 reality audio setup. So what is 360 reality audio? 360 reality audio is a new music experience using Sony's object-based spatial audio technology. Individual sounds can be placed in a 360-degree spherical sound field, giving artists and creators a new way to express their creativity. Listeners can be immersed in a field of sound exactly as intended by artists and creators. So this sounds way more exciting than listening to traditional audio, right? Because instead of just listening to traditional left and right stereo, you can now have, say, a concert sounding like the audience is behind you and the band is right in front of you. You know, that sort of thing. So it's more spatial than traditional stereo. And these earbuds can be optimized for this type of content, which is why it needs to analyze the shape of your ears. But it's not that simple because these earbuds cannot simply convert regular audio from YouTube or Spotify into 360 reality audio. you need to go to only one of 3 music streaming services to get said 360 reality audio content: Tidal, Deezer, and Nux.net. And you cannot simply subscribe to their basic service. It has got to be the premium service. I'm not a subscriber to these services, so I'm just gonna skip 360 reality audio setup. But if you are subscribed to either Tidal, Nux.net, or Deezer, and you have a premium plan, then by all means, get your ears analyzed, enjoy 360 reality audio. Sound quality mode. If you're experiencing issues with the XM3's wireless connection, maybe very often you experience stuttering audio, then I would suggest setting this to priority on stable connection. Yes, the earbuds will switch to using a lower quality audio codec, SBC, but at least the connection stable. For me, I don't really experience stuttering audio, so I'm just gonna leave this on priority on sound quality. If you listen to a lot of lower quality music files like those 128 kilobytes per second MP3 files from the early 2000s, then you probably want to switch DSEE HX on, because this will upscale these lower quality music files to get them to sound more high res. But in my case, since I don't really listen to anything lower than 256 kilobytes per second, I would deactivate this because it also has an impact on battery life. Alright, let's move on to the system settings. Pauses your music when headphones are taken off. I would recommend leaving this on because it saves battery. Change the touch sensor function. Now, I wouldn't change what the left earbud is doing, which is ambient sound control, but I would have my right touchpad do volume control instead, because I'm usually watching videos on YouTube, so I don't really need playback controls. But volume, yes I do. I need volume controls. Automatic power off. Yes, I will leave it at off when headphones are taken off because again, it saves battery. Notification and voice guide, I would leave it on, and yes, I would leave it on English too, because that, believe it or not, is my first language. Automatic download of software, I would have it switched off, of course, because you never know if the next software update from Sony is actually an improvement or not. Because really, it may not always be an improvement. So I will recommend leaving this switched off and only download new firmwares when it's been proven safe to do so. So those are my best custom settings for the Sony WF-1000XM3. I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, please smash like and share this video with your friends and with whoever you know who owns a pair of these earbuds. I've also got a wide variety of videos covering these earbuds which you can watch in this playlist over here. It covers everything from how to clean these earbuds to best custom EQ settings to reviews and comparisons with some of the top wireless earbuds in the industry. So this playlist is awesome. Also, if you want to stay tuned for new content from this channel, please subscribe and ring the notifications bell, because this is the only way YouTube will notify you of new videos from this channel. Once again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Sayonara. If you're a humble person like me, this shirt is a great way to show your friends how humble you really are. And whenever you look in the mirror, to admire yourself of course, it will also help to remind you to always be humble. So guys, this is a pretty fun shirt to wear. You can check it out in the link below. It's available in t-shirt, tank top, and hoodie. Your purchase helps keep this channel going, and I appreciate your support, bros.